Here. All right, tonight I am going to share 4 reasons why you should be wearing a primer and a setting powder and how it's going to take your makeup to the next level. My name is Amy Barney. If you don't already know me, about 19 years ago I was in a really bad car accident that left me living in survival mode for over a decade. My life was pretty dull and just very limited. And about 5 years ago, I came across this business opportunity that offered me the freedom to do the things I never thought I could do while still managing all my health struggles. And so it's my passion to help all women to find a way to live their best life and feel confident and beautiful. So tonight, let's talk a little bit about primers and setting products. I absolutely had no idea the importance of these and how they can make your makeup look more professional than it normally would without those. So here's one tip. A primer is going to provide a smooth base. Without it, there's more likelihood your makeup's going to get in your pores, your fine lines. It's not going to look as smooth. And number 2, it's going to keep your products in place all day. And number 3, you're going to use a lot less makeup with a primer than you normally would. And the application is going to be far easier when you have a primer down first. Just like when you're painting a wall, you typically prime it first. Now, the power of a setting product or a setting spray is number 4, it's going to keep your makeup set. It's going to hold it so that it's not smudged. And it also helps to keep the shine down, which is super nice, right? I actually like to carry a setting powder with me, and because I usually get oil here. And it's all I need to do. I don't need to add more powder or foundation. I just add translucent setting powder, boom, 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 and it looks fantastic. Sometimes I just add setting powder just to, even out my skin tone just a little bit when I'm in a hurry and I'm not wearing makeup. And then if you have oily skin, it gives you a matte finish. And it smooths out those fine lines, and it just makes your face look flawless. So those are 4 reasons plus a little extra why you would use a primer and a setting product. So what are the different types of primer? Let's go over those and which one do you need. So and then I'm going to do a really cool demo on my hand, and actually let me prep it right now. I'm going to put some concealer on my hand, and then I'm going to show you the power of this amazing prime and set powder and the power it has to keep your makeup from budging. All right. Like always, you would put, say, your concealer or foundation on. You do want it to dry a little bit, so I'm just going to talk a little bit more through, and then I'm going to show you the setting powder. Okay, so for your skin type, you're going to want to know what kind of skin type you have. I like to use the regular primer. It's just my preference, but I do have dry skin, and if my skin is extra dry, you might want to try a hydrating primer, and that might really help. And also if you're using, say, like for me, because my skin's dry, say I want to use something like the liquid foundation or something else which normally might look a little, cracked because my skin is dry up here, using a hydrating primer can make the difference for that and help balance that out. Or if you have oily skin, you can try the mattifying primer, which actually has hydration in it as well for your skin without it making it oily. So those are the different options you can use for a primer. And what about setting products? So obviously we know there's a setting powder, and that's great for those of you with regular skin to oily skin. You want to use a powder. Hey Amber, hey Kaylee. If you have drier skin, you're going to want to go with a spray, and that's what I typically do, and it makes my skin look so good. I still like to use a little powder, but I always finish it off with a setting spray. I just go light with the powder because I have really dry skin. Now we have this new prime set powder, and I'm going to show how it works. See, I just put concealer on 2 spots of my hand, and in just a second I'm going to cover one side with the prime set powder. So it actually has water encapsulated technology, so you shake it up to activate that, and it gives you a burst of hydration, and it lasts throughout the day. And you can use this to prime and to set, either way. So you can have that option too. And you would just shake it and dab your brush in, and you can just go ahead and use it as a primer like this. Put it on, and you feel like a burst of moisture. It's really cool. And then you would go ahead and it's a good idea when you apply primer, you want to wait a few minutes before putting on your makeup to give it time to do its job. Hey, Cammie. Okay, so then you can use it as setting product, which I'm going to show you. I should have used a darker color, but you should be able to see it anyways. I am going to set one side only and show you. Let's see, I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to go ahead and set it. And again, you want to give it 2 to 3 minutes to do its job. So while I let it set, and then I'll show you, how that works. I'm gonna move on and talk. Hey, Carmen, great to see you. So when you apply your setting products, you got to give it a few minutes to work. All right. So so to use, first things you're going to want to do before you prime is you're going to want to moisturize your face. It's a great idea before applying makeup. Moisturize first. Give it 2 to 3 minutes to dry, and then you're going to apply your primer. When you apply your primer, it's best to start in the middle of your face and work out. And start with less. Less is, more. You don't want to go too overboard with your primer. Just grab a little bit, and like with if you use the Prime Set powder, I mean, it's pretty easy to use without going overboard. You just tap the excess off and apply it on your face. Oh, that feels amazing. I love that cooling burst. And then you want to do a light layer and give it a few minutes before you put your makeup on. And so you let it do its job, and then you put your makeup on, and then at the end you're going to finish up with your setting products. So that's how you use that. All right, so now I'm going to show you, this is the side that I used the setting product on. Let's going to go over here, and you can see how it's, hopefully you can see. You can see how it's smudging. I should have used a darker color because this kind of blends into my skin. But you can see it's smudging, and then I'm going to go up here, and it's staying put. I will have to demo this with a darker color so you can see it better. But this one smudged all over. This one did a little bit just because it was thicker right here on the middle there. But it stays put. It's absolutely incredible. So if you ladies are struggling and you really want to wear lipstick, apply a little setting product on that lipstick and help it stay put when you're wearing your mask. Put it on that foundation before you put the mask on, and it will really make a difference. So I've had several people say that wearing this over their makeup has kept their makeup in place even while wearing a mask, which is really cool. All right, so setting products and primers are absolutely incredible. It's completely changed the way my makeup looks. So I hope that was helpful. Please let me know if you have any questions. And if you would like a free color match, say color below. If you'd like details on how to get a free foundation or a free primer or setting product in my bundle this month, say Flawless, and feel free to pop any questions below. Have a great night.